Hi guys, and welcome to the 4th episode of All Good Choices with
Cheryl
and Hayley. Switch up the order a little bit. We are back and we are better.
Much better.
That sickness couldn't get us down. No, it couldn't. Had to be out for a little bit, but
just a quick 5-day hiatus,
which is so crazy. I don't want to talk too much about it because we got a lot to dive into, but it's so crazy how they were just like actually 5 days.
Yeah, how they went from 14 no contact to 10 to 5.
They literally
changed it the week before we got it.
Yeah,
I was pissed.
Yeah,
I wanted 10 days off of work.
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, so had to be out for a little bit, but we're back and we're better, and it gave us a good chance to catch up on some cinema, specifically Harry Potter. So over my little quarantine period, yours too, I don't know why I'm acting like we both didn't have it, but the reunion came out literally like the day after we had to start quarantining.
Yeah,
so we both watched it, the Harry Potter
reunion.
Yeah, and I was like tearing up the first like 2 minutes, man. I was getting emotional. I was like, dang, bro, this is crazy. 20 years.
I know. I felt like it was just so much of my childhood to see it like as an adult too. You're like, oh, I remember.
Yeah, yeah, it made me so emotional. So watch the reunion, and then I had to watch all the movies. Had to. So rewatched all 8 movies for you guys. So this episode, first of all, it's the first hour-long podcast episode, which would be fun. A lot of talking, man. A lot of talking. Mouth would be dry as heck.
There you go. Yeah, but this is our deep dive into Harry Potter.
Yeah, deep dive very loosely because it's not going to be some crazy like map on the wall, all this stuff, whatever. It's literally
it's always
like
sunny where they're it's like the connection of all
no, not gonna be all that.
And everything.
Yeah, not gonna be all that. Literally like we wrote down all the movies and stuff and like our favorite parts, favorite scenes, favorite characters, like highlights from each movie. So we're just gonna go through all of them, talk about the highs, the lows, the good, the bad, all that.
The pits.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna talk about all that for an hour. So let's get a snack, straddle in. It's gonna be a journey, I think. I got a lot to say. A lot to say. So if we're jumping right into it,
let's get into it.
The first movie, Sorcerer's Stone. Sorcerer's Stone.
The beginning of it all.
Right out the gate. What are your least favorite and favorite movies?
My least favorite for sure is Goblet of Fire.
100% agreed.
Just so many major
it's the worst.
plot like holes. Yeah.
It's the worst.
My favorite is either Prisoner of Azkaban or Order of the Phoenix.
Okay.
I feel like those are like not the most stuff happens in it, but it like sets the tone for a lot like of big events that'll happen later.
Yeah. Those are good ones.
Yeah.
My favorite are the first and the last one.
The beginning and the end.
Yeah. Because the first one,
everything else in between does not matter.
Yeah, it doesn't at all. We can just jump right into the first one, I guess. But the first one, the reason why it's my favorite, it literally, I could not picture a more perfect first movie, like scene-wise, setting-wise, all wardrobe, everything. Like when they first walk into like is it Diagon Alley or they go to Hogsmeade first? Oh,
I don't know.
We should have looked this up, girl.
But when they enter the world,
no, it's Diagon Alley because it has Gringotts and they visit the bank. Yeah. So it's Diagon Alley. When they first walked that scene of like seeing the like road and all that, so iconic. It's so good. It like sets up the world so good.
And it seems like so joyous.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's so light and airy.
It's so like fairy tale.
Yeah.
And that's why I love it because it's so, and they're so young and like.
They're little babies in it. It's so cute.
Yeah, they're little children. So it's like you're first meeting everybody. Like it's just so good. So I love the first movie.
I like the way they set it up too because they like every like different scene that you're meeting new people in it, if that makes sense. Like it's like and the people that are staying in it throughout the whole movie, like you meet Hagrid, you know what I mean, just so many different characters in it.
And they all are played so well. So they
I know
all
the
have,
casting
like very distinct, like the
so
voices, all of that, but I'll get into that when I talk about whatever. So favorite character, least favorite character.
I was having trouble picking like my favorite character, but I would say like my top two are, I really like Bellatrix as a character, and Professor McGonagall for sure. She's just like
least favorite.
I don't know. My least favorite probably what's Draco's mom's name? She's just so irrelevant.
I don't know her name.
I feel like there's so much of her like story in it, but you don't know anything about her.
Yeah.
So it's just those empty characters. I'm not about them.
Yeah. My favorite character, well, it's Fred and George, but you know,
as a duo,
they're together. Least favorite, so many. For being like a Harry Potter fanatic, I like hate a lot of parts of Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Peter Pettigrew.
Ugh, I know.
Get out of here, dog.
I know.
He's so
the most
ugly.
Annoying one for
He's
sure.
So ugly. First of all, he picked to be a rat, dog.
Right. I know.
Out of everything you could have been, you picked a rat. Like, you're so annoying. Tom Riddle, like, not Voldemort. I know they're the same person, but like Voldemort,
the character,
they're separate. Yeah.
When
Tom Riddle,
he's just
that skeevy little fuck. He's so sneaky. He's terrible. Like, I hate him, bro. When they show him in like he's in
orphanage,
and Dumbledore's talking to him or whatever, and like the way he
sets
talks,
that thing on fire with his mind.
His eyes, bro. His eye. There's something.
I feel like I've met people like that.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Is that I see like qualities in people I know, and I'm like, you are a psychopath. But yeah, I hate him. But yeah, right at the beginning of the first movie, it's so iconic when freaking Dudley comes down the stairs and he's like, they call him for breakfast, and Harry's like coming out of his little cupboard and he just slams the door in his face. Are you kidding? That is so funny. Like, I watched that and was like cracking up.
In my mind, low-key, Harry Potter is a comedy.
Yeah.
Like, if you...
The first two for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you just, like, turned off the vault, you're like, you know how in scary movies, if you just take out the scary music, it's like, not scary at all.
Yeah.
I feel like if you just, like, put words over, like, what they're saying, like, their actions would be... like comedic.
Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck? He didn't have to do all that.
He didn't at all. It's
he
so
like bodied that thing.
Yeah. It's so funny to me how like over exaggerated like his aunt and uncle are and stuff, like to be the worst. Like, they are just so funny, bro. I love it. But that is an iconic scene. And then right when Hagrid, his big ass, busts through the fucking door and is like, you're a wizard, Harry. Oh my God. I watched that, chills down my spine.
Yeah.
I said, oh, you're a freaking wizard, Harry. That's crazy. Iconic line.
I feel like that like scene, you're like, oh my God, it's happening. Like, you finally like feel like something. Okay, yeah, like fuck this. Like, he needs to get out of this shitty situation. And you're like, oh my God, he's a wizard.
Yeah, literally crazy. And then also iconic, all hail King Snape. He gets introduced. He's just a fucking douche talking to Harry in class.
Did you say your favorite? Yeah, you said Fred and George.
Yeah, but Snape is a close second.
Yeah,
and this, he literally, the way he talks, his like cadence and tone of voice is so good. It's so
He's a boss
good.
bitch.
He's a boss bitch. The fucking Bob
is giving. Bob,
oh my God. What's that Nicki Minaj song? I don't want to sing it. I don't want to get copyrighted. But you know what I'm talking about? With the are you kidding? He was serving Bob in this freaking movie, bro. Like, his entrance when he walks into the class, slams the door, fucking cape behind him, Bob swinging.
Yeah, I love the cape, honestly.
He is killing
flares
the girls.
That thing like what's with when the bulls, like when it's like the red cape, but that's him with his black cape at like spiciness at all times.
All black, all the time, black hair, black clothes. Serving the girls. I love Snape in every movie, even when he's like being a complete asshole. Yeah. He's serving. And then this movie is where we see the Sorting Hat, which is rendered completely useless. Yeah, it's just for visual effect, I think,
because we later find out that you can just tell it what you want.
Yeah, that's literally what Harry does. He's like, you'd be a good Slytherin, and Harry's like, no, I would not.
He's like, I don't choose that path for me. And the Sorting Hat said, okay, so true, bestie, just pick what you want.
Yeah. So why am I doing this? Just put it in the
whole like thing.
Yeah, I don't get it. Just put it on the letter, like you're in Gryffindor, you're in whatever.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Like, why do they have to have the hat? It's just, or they should magic.
Just like draw sticks or something.
Yeah.
Pick a number 1, 2, 3, or 4. And they go around the room.
Yeah, they assign it. Oh my god, they should just do that instead. But yeah, so it's rendered useless, but it's like a cool little scene because that's the first time I think that you realize that Slytherin is bad.
Yeah.
That's like the first time where they like make it. Well, they say Slytherin is bad. Is it actually?
They're like the anti-heroes, I think.
Yeah, but like.
Because they are bad, but there's some good in them, I think.
Why did they let them stay at the school?
Exactly. Like, there has to be.
Just kick them out.
It does seem like it's like a breeding for this thing to happen.
Another reason when we get farther into the movies, I'm going to talk about how much I hate Dumbledore, but
yes.
Another reason why, like, why?
Right, because all the other ones are like normal, and then it's just the one bad.
Yeah, and he just lets it stay there. Mm-hmm. For what? Knowing Draco's dumbass is over there bullying the fuck out of all these kids. He's over there beating people up, punching them in the face, doing all this stuff.
He's hitting them as he's flying
and Dumbledore's just like, you're good, bro. I would have taken him out so quick, bro. You're going to the Forbidden Forest.
He's like the annoying kid that would get recess canceled.
Yeah. He's the kid.
And then he would like egg the teacher or something.
He's the kid that on online learning, when somebody finds all the test answers, he's the one that's like, professor, they found the answers. Get out of here, dog. I would take Draco, put a blindfold on him, put him deep in the Forbidden Forest, and be like, find your way back. If you make it back, you can stay.
He would not be able to do that.
Out of here.
He gives rich preppy boy vibes. Could not
he gives
fend
frat
for
boy.
himself. Yeah, but in a bad way. Like,
okay, are frats good?
I can't say it. No, definitely not.
He's giving frat boy.
Yeah.
But then at the very end of the movie, the trolls are in this movie also. Well, the one troll, it gets into the castle, which is crazy.
Yeah, and you know what? You never see them again until the last movie, I think.
They let the troll in, and then, first of all, so many questions. They're like, go to the dungeons, and then Harry and Ron are like, oh my god, Hermione, why did they not just tell somebody, hey, Hermione's out here somewhere? Instead, these little 10-year-olds are like, we're going to go take on this troll. And then, of course, they take on the troll, and here comes all the teachers. Where were y'all? Y'all didn't hear the freaking sink break?
Yeah, that's what I don't really understand is this big-ass fucking troll is in the castle, and nobody
heard it? How did they see it first?
At all?
It's so crazy. So they get the troll. I feel like that's like the big climax of the movie is the troll. Well, one of them. And then at the end when he burns Voldemort's off. Yeah.
That is so weird. When they unwrap it and then his face is just on the back of him. He's like, yes, master. Sorry.
Yeah.
That is so weird. The way that Voldemort comes, like,
why did he have to do that?
In different bodies before it's his own is like...
Why is he like a parasite?
Like, why are you doing all this? You can't just wait until you're a full-bodied person.
Literally, what part of him was like, I'm going to be a parasite on this professor and try to take down Harry Potter, the boy who lived. Goodbye. No match.
Yeah, you couldn't do it your first time.
No match for the boy who lived. Every time he's going to win. He's going to come out on top. So that's the big climax is spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert 20 years
we
later.
Put that in the beginning of this video. A lot of spoilers this episode, guys.
Sorry if you've never seen Harry Potter.
But yeah, so he takes Voldemort out, right? Mm-hmm. And then the end, Slytherin somehow wins the points. Yeah. And then halfway through the celebration, Dumbledore's dumbass stands up. He's got Alzheimer's or something. He stands up and is like, actually, it's Gryffindor. They changed the decorations immediately.
That killed me.
Are you kidding? If I was Slytherin, I would be hateful. I would be spiteful.
Everything changes.
Literally. He did that in front of everybody. He was making a point.
And imagine like just being like I know there's probably like not normal Slytherins, but let's say like a least problematic one.
Yeah.
They're probably pissed.
That's what I'm saying. I would be spiteful and hateful. I would burn Hogwarts down. Are you kidding? I just worked all year
down
to get
with
these
the queen.
Points. Yeah. Death to them all, as Wendy Williams said. Literally, I worked all year to get these points. I've been on my best behavior, and all of a sudden, Harry Potter, already famous, like everybody's already talking about him, he comes in. He just touched his face, dog. He didn't even do nothing. Whatever. I'd be so pissed. Just mid-celebration, takes the decorations down. It's so funny. I watched that and I said, that is tough.
It's definitely giving, I don't give a fuck what you guys think.
Yeah.
We're changing it instantly.
Yeah. Right then and there, he's showing...
I don't even think he said sorry, nothing.
No, he was literally just like... it's Gryffindor actually, because they just killed Voldemort, but they don't say that. They're like, he got rid of the threat. Like, he was just like, he took it out. So that
like
was
SEAL Team 6.
Yeah, they literally just are like, yeah, like they're so good, and like that, therefore they get more points. They don't like really explain to everybody. But that's when they showed bias the first time, because if it was anybody else,
of course,
suspended, expelled, death. Imagine they had a death penalty at Hogwarts. Are you kidding? Yeah,
they're fucking 12 years old.
I know, but Harry and Ron
Child
and Hermione,
abuse.
though, they get to go. They get points. Yeah, if I was Draco, I'd beat their ass right outside.
I'm not
outside.
saying that I understand it, but I get it.
Yeah, I get it. But I think we're gonna take a little break right here, and then we'll finish up episode 1. We'll finish up movie 1, and then jump into movie 2. Yeah,
Perfect.
all right, see y'all in a second. All right, everybody, we're
are
back
and better.
from our little break.
Quick little thing about about the first movie. I really like when they bring like the mirror of desire and Harry sees his parents for the first time.
Yeah,
I feel like that's so sad, but so like inspiring too for him.
It's
so they kind of bring it back throughout every couple movies.
Yeah, well, it's so funny to me how like on point they try to make his dad look to Harry.
Yeah,
like, they
with
both
the
have the
glasses
same
and everything.
glasses. Okay, whatever.
And his mom's just some lady.
Yeah, every time I see her, she kind of looks like Ginny.
I think so too, which is weird, right?
Yeah.
That's a little Freud thing.
Yeah.
Going on.
Anyway, so that's the first movie. It's so I could go on for days about the first movie, but we need to move on. So, second movie, Chamber of Secrets.
Arguably better than the first, I would say.
Okay.
The chamber scene when they're in it though, so insane. When they're like with the basilisk and everything, you don't think that is like,
it's cool.
Yeah.
It's not
when he's writing in the
goblins
book.
at Diagon Alley at Gringotts. It's not riding the train for the first time.
True. Okay. Yeah. There you go.
It's not serving. So this movie, I don't know how I forgot about him, but also I think I might have to say that he's my number 1 favorite character, Lucius Malfoy.
Oh yeah.
I think he might be my number 1, and then Fred and George are second. Because queen. I could probably do an hour-long podcast specifically just about his hair, because his wig, I don't know who did it, but they ate the girls up. He is giving platinum blonde inches every movie except for like the 6th or 7th when he's like distracted. But his wig
is laid.
Oh my god, bro, it makes me like so giddy because it looks so good. The edges on it and everything.
How long do you think he sat for that?
I don't know, but they installed the hell out of it. His wig gives in this movie. So this is the first time we meet him, is this one. And like the way he talks and everything, he is just so what's the word I'm looking for? He's just so shitty.
Yeah.
But he's
serving cunt.
Yeah. For sure.
Like the way that he grabs the book and the cauldron and he's like,
like everything's
poor.
So
sorry, poor.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
He literally is Jeffree Star.
He's sure.
Jeffree Star. Everybody wants to say that.
Who would play her? Yeah,
Jeffree Star. Because everybody wants to say Jeffree Star's Voldemort because like whatever, they look alike.
Sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. But
personality.
It's giving Jeffree Star. So he's serving. I love him. But we meet him in this movie. And also
the slick back with Draco.
But don't even get me started. First of all, they fucked up his hair. You could see Draco's hair not serving until the later.
Not serving.
His hair, you could see the bands where they couldn't bleach it out all the way. I can't believe they bleached his natural hair.
That was his real hair?
It had to have been. Why did it look like that?
I guess
how come
that's
Lucius how come his wig is laid to the gods and then Draco, it's got banding?
It's giving like the sun in.
Yes. It's not giving. It's giving hot roots. That's what it's giving. So they did not do his hair good. But anyway, a little tidbit. Also one of my favorite, it's like a core memory type thing. Like when I think of Harry Potter, I think of it when they do the flu powder. It's so fun to me. just like the whole scene where Harry does it for the first time and like with the Weasleys and everything. It's just so fun. I love the flute patter. But we see that this movie too.
Yeah, I just had a realization off camera that Diagon Alley is diagonally,
which is just so crazy that we've made it this far.
I don't know. I just never thought about it, I guess.
It's just so crazy because he says diagonally in that scene.
Right.
And
I
like,
just thought he was saying like, I thought they were like close in the movie or whatever, but I didn't think like that was what she was going for.
That is so funny. And then also in this movie, we meet Dobby, which
icon, legend.
He's a funny little guy.
I feel like he's the light at the yes, he is so
I was
funny.
about to say that. He literally, it's so funny because Harry like just says stuff to him and he's like, okay, sorry, I'm the worst.
He's so dramatic.
He's so dramatic. He's like, okay, I'll just kill myself. And then he just starts hitting his head on a lamp. Me.
Yeah, he's like, you can't go back to school. And Harry's like, but I really want to go. Like, I don't want to stay here. And he's like, ah!
He's like, okay, bet. I'm
going to jump out the window.
Out. Yeah, okay. Who would play her? Me. That's who would play her. I'm that dramatic. It's so freaking funny. But we meet Dobby this movie. What else happens in this movie?
We meet Gilderoy Lockhart, the legend.
Yeah, you love him.
I love him. He's so funny to me. He's just such a bimbo.
Yeah, he is. So, like, he like just got rich off of like being attractive.
Yeah. And
it's giving Kim K.
stories.
It's giving Kim K. It's giving Kardashians.
They're gonna get our ass.
I mean, what? All jokes, girl.
No, I just think he's so funny. And when they're in like when they're all in his classroom and he lets the pixies out, because he really doesn't know how to do anything. No. He doesn't know how to control anything. So he's like, let me fuck some shit up.
Yeah, another reason why Dumbledore is literally the worst.
Yeah, why is he hiring this guy?
Why did he hire him? For what? I don't know. Like, why he refuses to give Snape that job is crazy.
Dude, yes, why does he give literally everybody else and their mom a chance to be the professor of the dark arts except for Snape?
Who literally plays the part.
I know.
Black. Serving
scary.
Like, literally, why would you not give him
Death Eater, literally, dark magic?
What? Like, why would you not? I don't know. Just crazy. But, yeah, so all that happens in that movie. Well, when I was writing notes, I was watching the movies, I was writing notes, and my notes were based on hair. So I was like, this movie, he's serving wig. This movie, it's not looking good. And I just wrote down like
that's
little
how you
stuff.
could tell the timeline.
Yeah. So this movie, it's the Basilisk.
Mm-hmm.
And they go down to the chamber seat. They play the chess. Mm-hmm. Is that this movie?
Yeah, they go down to the chamber.
Yeah, and they play chess, and then Ron like sacrifices himself. He's like, Harry,
not
you go
me,
on.
Not Hermione, but you.
Which is like, which is crazy, but, huh?
Oh.
Is it really?
Yeah, because whenever Dumbledore's giving him all the extra points.
Now we gotta fucking erase this.
No, we can just leave it in. We were wrong. It's the first movie. But
women are not wrong.
True. We're never wrong. I just didn't forget. I have bad memory. But yeah, so that's pretty much the second movie. Those were like the highlights for me.
I personally love in the second movie when they're going down I guess to get to the chamber, like the little slide thing.
Yeah.
That they have to go down. And all the rocks, like all of it got destroyed, so it's like all rocky or whatever, and then Ron just hits again Professor Lockhart at the head, knocks him out.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's just so funny. You know those scenes where you just have to rewatch them like over and over? I think every time I watch that movie, I have to watch it over like 5 or 6 times. My dad always thought it was so hilarious that I'd be like, hold on, I gotta rewind it. And it was like
so funny.
For a 6-second clip.
That's so funny. I don't know if I have any parts of Harry Potter that I need to rewind.
So many for me.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
There's something else I was gonna say. If it comes to me, I'll say it. We can move on though. But yeah. So second movie, pretty good, pretty decent. It's high up in my ranking, in my tier list.
Just the last one Christopher Columbus directed.
Yeah. So that's what I was gonna say. You just reminded me because they switch directors and stuff all the time. Mm-hmm. So this is the last movie with Richard Harris as Dumbledore.
Yeah.
So who do we think is better?
I think he plays a better Dumbledore.
I 100% agree.
I mean, it's a bummer he died, so like we can't blame them for recasting, but
for sure. But he
gives like old wizard vibe,
but like
kinda.
Joyous.
Yeah,
there's like a joy
Santa
part.
Claus kinda jolly
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And then the Dumbledore they had after, he was like, there was like a mental problem.
For sure.
He just seemed very unhinged.
All the time.
Yeah, but like not in like a good like fun way. And like I'm scared a little
There's
bit.
There's more here that we don't know.
We need to unpack. Yeah, so I definitely think Richard
He definitely
Harris
did not do therapy.
No.
Yeah.
No. It seemed like he was doing method acting and then like he was starting to break and we were watching it.
He was staying in character for too long. It was becoming his character.
Yeah, like it seemed like they were actively filming him like kind of losing it.
Yeah. He didn't know where Dumbledore began, where he began. They were meshing into one.
Imagine method acting for Dumbledore.
He's a pretend you're a 300-year-old man.
Like, goodbye.
All-knowing wizard.
Yeah. But
the second movie was good, though. I liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Third movie,
one of my faves.
Prisoner of Azkaban. Let's get into it.
Love this movie. This is the first movie that you see, like, the dark
this was getting dark.
Yeah. Even in, like, obviously like the opening credits or whatever, you start to see the shift. Yeah, the first two are like pretty light, pretty airy, cute, fun. Yeah, I feel like this is the first one where like Sirius Black is like the main spicy character,
main drama. They're like, dang, he's a murderer. He's coming out for Harry.
I know, and they were wrong,
so wrong. It's just so
they
crazy.
They trashed his name for what? His good name.
It says a lot about society.
It does. It does. And it says a lot. You can just go to jail and people can talk shit about you. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah. That's not fair.
It says a lot about society. It's a social commentary, this movie. The other two was just fun games, but this is getting into some deep issues. And we meet Lupin, who becomes the Defenses Against the Dark Arts teacher. The like 10th
and a werewolf.
Yeah, well, we find out he's a werewolf.
That scene was I remember seeing that and I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, the CGI was not good in these first few movies.
He's like,
yeah,
and you just really see it as like a shadow in the dark.
Yeah, well, like when they actually show him, he's like pale.
Yeah, he looks like a naked mole rat.
Yeah, like why would they make him that color?
I don't know, but he's like 7 feet tall. He looks so fucking weird.
It's so gross.
And bony.
Yeah. But so we meet these two characters and they end up being very important for the rest of the series. But it's like the first time we're introduced. Also, we meet that stupid fuck Peter Pettigrew.
Oh, like asshole.
Was the rat, which we talked about.
Both literal and figuratively.
Yes. But we meet him in this movie. He's the worst. In the tree, first of all. They all meet up in a tree. Which is like, okay, whatever.
They just be meeting up anywhere.
Literally,
they're like, this random closet is actually a room.
Yeah, so they meet up in the room tree and they're in there. They find out the whole time they're setting it up like they're trying to murder Harry. So the whole time you're like, oh my god, like Sirius Black is really trying to murder Harry. And they're like, no, you dumb fucks, it's the rat
in your hands.
Yeah,
you gotta put it down.
Ron,
kill that thing.
Ron almost stopped him. Ron's like, no, that's my rat.
I know, and it's like, how are you that attached to a rat? It's a rat. It's
they're
not
like,
a cat or,
and
or
they
a
literally are
like I don't know.
This rat's been alive for like 20 years, dog.
Like that wasn't a red flag.
No, it's Ron.
Right.
It's Ron.
It was passed down from generations. For what?
It's a rat. Kill it. I would have been killed Peter Pettigrew. Anyway, so we meet him as well, and we meet the hippogriffs. Well, the singular, but it's super fun.
It's such a I think it's, I don't know how they did it with CGI or whatever, but it's like at least double their size. Yeah, like in height.
Yeah.
So like, I just felt
so bad for Hagrid.
Why?
Because
they were gonna kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because
it's
the hippogriff.
Baby.
Yeah, they were like, because Draco's dumbass.
Yeah, he was trying to be a little asshole.
Messy. But yeah, so that was sad. But I'd be scared as hell. But I felt so
with
bad
that
for
bird.
him.
Yeah.
And they're like walk up to him, like bow down. I'm not bowing down to no damn bird. First of all, second of all, what? Like, why am I out here? But I felt so bad because he was so happy to like
he was
do
such
something.
a happy little bird.
The Hagrid.
Oh, Hagrid. Oh, what do you mean?
The hippogriff was a happy bird.
Yeah.
But Hagrid was so happy because he I think we're talking about different things.
Are you talking about
when they do the class?
Yeah.
That's this movie, right?
Yeah, he's happy to bring.
Bring them all out. He's so excited.
They fly on it.
Yeah, and Harry flies on it, and then Draco comes up like a dumb fuck.
Yeah, he fucks.
And he fucks it all up. But I felt so bad for Hagrid because he was so happy, and then he's got to he goes to Azkaban.
Yeah, basically, right? Yeah,
literally, get out of here, go to jail.
Of course,
jail. And then also this is when the Dementors start to come into play.
These little fucks. Why they just hate everything. Yeah,
they're sucking the soul out, and then they're like, here's some human chocolate to fix all your problems.
Right. Why is it always chocolate? I don't really get that.
I'm assuming it's because people associate chocolate with like happy things, and so it like sucks the life out of you. You know what I mean? Like it sucks all the joy out. Back? So it's something like sugary and like kid-like. Also, blood sugar levels. I'm sure that's got to take a lot out of you.
Weird random tangent. When I was 6, I broke out in hives, and then they gave me this medication, and I doubled in hives, so they thought I was allergic to chocolate, so I wasn't allowed to eat chocolate for like a week and a half to see if it affected my hives, and I cried in the doctor's office. Yeah, because then I got put on another medication, and then it quadrupled my hives, so I was just allergic to the hive medication.
So you would not have survived.
I wouldn't have survived a Dementor attack.
No.
Because I couldn't have eaten the chocolate.
Yeah, you couldn't eat the chocolate after. You would have been blood sugar levels to the ground. You would have been done for. Dang. But and then with the Dementors, that's when we learn about the Patronus Charm that Harry learns. Which actually I really like. I like that they're like blue and like they're like that really light blue.
Angelic.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Thanks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like angelic. They're really cool. I like them. I think it's also the first time where Harry struggled in the other movies. But this is the first time where it's like bad. Yeah, I feel like this is the time where it's like it's like him against himself.
It's a coming of age for sure.
It's like this is like the first time he's like growing like mentally cuz he has to. Yeah, like he has no choice cuz he's like struggling with the Dementors. Where like the other stuff it just seemed like it wasn't as serious. He just like burned him, whatever. Right, Chamber of Secrets, cut the thing off, whatever. He was fine after.
It wasn't him getting his
there was no trauma,
happy memories sucked out. He doesn't have that many. Okay, he's got to keep what he got.
There was no trauma in those first 2 movies. They literally just moved on.
One of my favorite scenes from this movie is when they're all together, like the group, the 3 of them, and then they go and they meet Draco like outside of it, and Hermione just decks him in the face.
It's so iconic.
Honestly, a big move for feminism.
Well, I think that's later on.
No, it's in that one.
When he punches him in the face?
She punches him in the face.
Because they turn back time. And I think that's later on.
No, it's in that movie. Yeah, because really? Lupin's in that movie. They're turning back time. She figures out he's a werewolf before everybody else does. Because she's
so
going
true.
Back. Yeah,
so
it's
true.
all inside that movie. There's a lot that happens in that movie.
Too many movies.
That sets up a lot for the future, I feel like. That's why it's one of my favorites, though. Mm. But she just punches him in the face. Girl boss.
Yeah. She hasn't earned that yet. We'll get to it, though. All right. Well, we're going to take another little break, and then we'll move on to 4 and 5. Let's go. Woohoo. All right, everybody. We are back from our second little break. Now we moved on to the 4th movie. Not much to say. It's the worst. They leave out so much, and Edward Cullen comes in.
Goblet of
Fire.
And
he dies. That's it.
Yeah, basically. I mean, that you just described the whole thing. Yeah. But they like do the whole like wizarding tournament, and like it's just so. They never mention it before, never bring it up
at all.
No preparation, nothing. All. And I feel like they foreshadow a lot in the series, so it's a little weird that they don't bring up this huge fucking tournament where multiple schools. You don't even know that there's other like wizarding schools.
I guess it could kind of serve to like build out the universe more. Like there's our other schools and whatever. That's cool and everything. The whole movie literally just serves for Voldemort to make an appearance as a full-grown man and to kill off Edward Cullen. They introduce him. They're like, oh my god. First of all,
Cedric.
First of all, I'm like, oh my god, Edward.
Yeah.
And then
watching that, you're like, oh my god, why is Edward in the Harry Potter franchise? They're crossing over.
Yeah, it's so fun. And I'm like, oh my god, Edward's in it. And then literally Voldemort is like, actually, you're out of here. So then they talked about it in the reunion too. It's like the first time that obviously his parents died, but he was a baby, like whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like the first time like somebody his age like dies and like right in front of his face.
Right. And it's like a pure person. Like it's just like for no reason that he died. Like
So if I was Harry, that would have been my Joker arc. I would have been like, all right, I'm
can't beat him, join him.
Yeah. Like I would have been like, all right, bro. Like, it's over. I would have gone to a rampage.
What do you think would have happened if they ever like aligned forces? I feel like this would be the movie where it would happen.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of weird because in this movie, obviously he's like affected by it and everything, and like he kind of mentions it like throughout the rest of the movies, but besides that, it doesn't really like, he just kind of moves on with life, and then every once in a while he's like Cedric didn't die for this, or he'll just like randomly mention it, and it's like he remembers randomly. Didn't you know him for like 2 weeks?
Yeah, they had just met. It wasn't like this. It was like his boy crush died.
Yeah, so he just kind of like, he dies, and then he's like sad in that movie, and then he's sad in like Order of the Phoenix. I know he brings it up a little bit, and so I think they're trying to portray that he's like going through it, but I don't know. I would have like that. I would have spiraled if I was Harry. That would have been it, dog.
I know, and then he has to bring his body back. Yeah. And then he's like crying and everybody's cheering.
Yeah. Oh, that was so a rough scene. I mean, it was a good scene. Yeah. Because it was like, dang, bro.
But you're like, oh, everybody's reading the room so wrong right now.
Yeah, it was rough. But that's Goblet of Fire, basically. Nothing else really matters in that movie.
Oh, wait. Yeah, wait. So when they, at the beginning, when the Death Eaters come in or whatever, and they like fuck everything up, does that not give you KKK vibes?
It is KKK vibes.
Like the hoods, they burn shit, they kill people. Like, what is that? J.K. Rowling put in some little...
It says a lot about society.
Interesting things.
This is her social commentary arc.
Yeah, it was literally like a see-through sheet. Yeah, like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, not good. But Goblet of Fire, that's it. Worst
that's
movie.
all she wrote.
In the movie also quickly they leave out like 6 chapters out of the book in the movie,
right? Which I feel like definitely plays a point in why there's so many plot holes.
Yeah, and then also they just leave out like whole ass characters and stuff.
Right.
So it's terrible. I hate that movie. Yeah, not much more to say about that. 5th movie, Order of the Phoenix. Girl boss herself comes into this movie. Here she is. Umbridge.
Yes. Umbridge embodies the perfect meaning of girl boss.
Yes. She is the girl boss.
She's in power pink.
Yes.
She's in her kitten heels.
Yes.
And she is serving bitch.
Yes. The whole movie.
She doesn't let up.
At all.
With a little smile on her face.
Yes. I just like it doesn't bother her.
Or anybody else. She doesn't give a fuck. When she's literally like carving into Harry's hand.
Yeah.
And she just goes, thank you. And lets him go.
Serving. She didn't care about CPS. She didn't care about child laws. Nothing. Nah. She said, nah, you're getting this punishment today.
And she wears the necklace that she wears is the Horcrux. Like it just like makes so much sense.
Yeah, she is the girl boss. They like to say Hermione's a girl, but no. She hasn't earned it yet. She will very soon, but she hasn't earned it. Umbridge comes in.
Girl boss era.
She's giving slay and fierce in her girl boss era. Love her. So we meet her, and we also meet Bellatrix, another girl boss in her own right. Different league of girl boss.
I agree.
Yeah.
She holds her own with the villains, with all the men, with the terrible people, you know.
She's almost scarier than Voldemort is.
I think so too, because she's just so unhinged.
Yes.
Like, you can kind of identify why he's so angry and pissed off at the world.
Yes.
You cannot identify why she is. She is just crazy and ready to unleash on anybody who comes into her path.
Yes. She is just like crazy. She's just crazy. And I love her.
When they break her out of Azkaban, she goes, ah, ha, ha, ha. Yeah. And she's just looking at this like turmoil and all these Dementors, and she feels at peace. I'm like, okay, girl.
Yeah. She has problems, but love her. Also, this, like the Order of the Phoenix is like the like secret little group that's like fighting against
the resistance.
Voldemort. Yeah.
The resistance.
And this was like fun for me watching it, because this is the first time where I was like getting really excited, because they start like, this is like the very, very, very foundation beginning parts of like them fighting against Voldemort in the last movie.
The finals.
Yeah. So like the beginning part of that is just so hype, because you see all these people come together, like the Weasleys, Lupin, Sirius Black, like everybody, and you're like, fuck, bro.
They're sitting at the table.
They're about to fuck shit up. Like they're taking them down.
I always thought it was cool how they open like the chamber, like how it's just like all the moving buildings, and like you would never even suspect it or anything.
So that's fun in this movie as well. And then they do Dumbledore's Army, which why they would name it that I have no idea, because Harry just fucking jerking off Dumbledore the entire fucking series, bro. Just constantly. And it's so fucking annoying. For what? This old fuck.
He clearly has daddy issues and he's projecting.
Oh, please. So Dumbledore's army, but they go into the Room of Requirement, and that
Harry
opens up for him
every spell ever.
Yeah, which is crazy. Was it not just a few years ago you didn't even know you were a wizard and now you're teaching all these people?
Right.
I get it because he's the one with real fighting experience, I guess.
Sure, yeah.
But does he even know these spells?
I think he just hears them and then he replicates them.
Yeah.
I don't think he really knows.
Because they really only learn 2. They learn the Patronus and then they learn Stupefy.
Right.
Stupefy.
And then they're just in there.
Meanwhile, Voldemort out here abracadabra killing bitches, and they're supposed to take him out with Stupefy. First of all, why is it called Stupefy?
Right, clearly that does not work.
Clearly, it's not.
They're
gonna
out
work
here knowing death curses, and you're just trying to knock somebody's wand out of their hand
with the Stupefy. Goodbye. Nah, y'all need to be practicing them death curses. Y'all need to get on that. Abracadabra somebody. Survival of the fittest. That's what they should have done in that room. But anyway.
Mad-Eye Moody, yeah.
He freaks me out a little bit.
With his weird eye.
Yeah. Why do they have to do that? Mad-Eye Moody, I guess. Mad
eye.
They had
he's got a
fake
mad eye.
I
hate when he takes it off and then it still looks around.
Yeah.
That shit is so weird.
It is so weird. But he's kind of iconic. Well, at first you meet him and then you find out he's a Death Eater. And I forget which movie that's in, but you find out it's not actually him, it's a Death Eater. It's the fourth movie. Yeah, see.
Thank you, Eli.
Yeah. But then when you meet the real Mad-Eye Moody.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah, this movie was cosplaying as Mad-Eye Moody before.
Yeah, they were cosplaying, and then we meet him, the real one, the real him. This is real. This is me. And he comes through, and he's kind of like the little leader. So he kind of assumes that role.
He is a no shit drill sergeant.
Yeah,
he is getting it done.
So he's giving that. He's giving drill sergeant. So love him. So the 5th movie, I would say, is pretty good. If we're gonna do a little update, because pretty much we're halfway through roughly, a little bit more. Tier list so far of all the movies, I'm personally gonna say number 1, the first movie. Okay. Obviously it's so good. The second movie, the second one on my list will be the third one.
Okay.
The third movie on my list will be the second.
Okay. 1, 3, 2.
1, 3, 2, 5, 4.
5, 4. Okay.
4 will always be the last spot.
For sure. I think I'm 3, 5, 2, 1, 4.
Okay.
Not that I hate the first movie. It's just...
Yeah, well, I just have some weird attachment to it that I can't let go. Even if the other movies are objectively better,
you're just this is where it began.
Yeah, the first one...
It's nostalgic.
Yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, so anyway, on to the 6th, Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah. I think this one is a good one, but this also
so boring.
But it sets up nothing, if that makes sense. This is I feel the first movie that it sets it up in the beginning and then it's done by the end, and then you never hear about it in any of the other ones.
Yeah, we were just talking about this off camera that literally we find out Snape is the Half-Blood Prince
for nothing,
and then
the entire movie is about that for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean indirectly, but
yeah, but they never bring it up again. It's just we find out the Half-Blood Prince, but never the importance of the Half-Blood Prince.
Sure.
So it's just we had to have a whole 2.5 hours of this,
right?
For what? We could have done this in 10 minutes. Yeah, he's good at spells. I don't think we needed to be. It didn't need to be proven to us that he was a good wizard. He fucking teaches at Hogwarts.
Right.
We knew he was good. We didn't need this. What?
I know, and it's okay. He just Harry does his little spell, and then he's you're gonna use my own spell against me, and then that's it. That's how you find out.
And you're dang, that's crazy. Anyway, on to the next.
Yeah, literally.
Also, but in this movie, I don't know if this is a movie we meet Professor Slughorn or this is just his continuation, but either way, he has a a little party. He has these parties.
He's so funny, bro.
He has this scene killed me so much because they're at the party. Snape is there because I don't know, and he's there, and he pulls Harry aside and is hey, Dumbledore just wanted to wish you happy holidays, and Harry's okay, he's not here. Like, where is he? And Snape looks this man dead in his eyes and just walks away. Like, doesn't even answer, doesn't say nothing. And I'm like, that is so Snape. That is so real. Like, he just plays that character so good. And those little, like, niche scenes like that, I'm reminded every time where I'm like, dang, he just, like, he is Snape.
There's one scene where he hits them in the back of the head with the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like those little ones.
Yeah.
Where, like, he just adds so much to your character.
It does. He just like embodies that. And also this movie, they stepped up Draco's hair. It was serving the girls. They bleached it all out. There was no banding, no hot roots. It was completely platinum blonde, and it was serving.
It was the color of his scalp.
Yes, it was so good. It was so good in this movie. As soon as I saw him come on screen, I said, "Let's fucking go." The gays are living. I was loving his hair in this movie.
Professor Slughorn cracks me up when he's like the armchair. He's like hiding.
Yeah.
he like cosplays as an armchair.
For what? Like, it's just
and then he just
so
comes
funny.
out. He's like, yeah, and he's just wearing pajamas.
Yeah, he's such like a weird character because you immediately meet him and then he's just like, yeah, like I know all of these people who are so amazing and awesome, and he like likes to collect. Man. Yeah, he likes to like collect the students or whatever and say that he like had them. Like it's just so he's such like a weird guy.
He reminds me a lot of Luna. Like if Luna Lovegood became a teacher.
Yeah, but I don't think. But see, I get like. I don't want to say it and get flagged, but I get really terrible and illegal vibes from Slughorn. Whereas with Luna, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't think she'd be creepy.
Yeah,
towards the
you think
children.
He's like a weird uncle.
He's the weird uncle, and he gives off that vibe a little bit. So he's never sat right in my soul.
Oh yeah, like he keeps mementos.
He gives them mementos. He gets to sign pictures. He has these parties with them after hours,
and they're minors,
literally minors. Something's not right with that. So I've never. While I think he's like a funny character, there's something in the water.
Something off.
The water is murky.
If you were a mom, you wouldn't let your kid sleep over.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would switch classes. I'd be like, my son is not going in his class. He's got something weird going on. But don't like him. But yeah, I think we are gonna take a little break again.
Wait.
For what?
I have to talk about this scene.
Okay.
The one where they give Harry takes the liquid luck.
Oh yeah.
And then he's like, Slughorn catches him out, and he's like, I'm a spider. Like,
yeah.
And he's
that
like,
little clicking.
What? And then he just like walks away. He doesn't really question it at all.
Yeah. So iconic.
It's just so like, what is this guy doing? It was definitely. It was the liquid luck. Was like Molly 100% hyping him up
100% because he's literally he takes it and then he's like, I have to go to Hagrid's, I have to do this, I have to do that. Like I know there's something good happening, I feel it, and I'm like, okay, is it girl? I don't know, but yeah, that is a good scene.
Now we can take our break.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. So we're gonna take another little break and then we'll be back with 7 and 8.
Yes,
the last
part 1 and 2.
Let's go. All right, everybody.
Welcome
are in the long haul. The last 2 movies, part 1 and part 2, Deathly Hallows. Let's get into it. Part 1, iconic opening. It's my favorite opening. I wrote that in our notes for this episode. It is my favorite opening.
Why is it your favorite?
It just is so good, and it's finally we're like getting to the end of the series, so it's like there just seems so much at stake.
Yeah,
and also first 5 minutes. This is when Hermione enters her girl boss era. I was talking about it earlier. This is when she earns it. First 5 minutes, she went in there. She said, "My parents cannot remember me ever again," and wipes their memories.
It's insane to see that because then you see her fade away from the pictures.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh
yeah,
this shit is for real.
First 5 minutes, done. And I'm like,
nipped
yeah,
right in the butt.
Literally, I saw that. Paused the movie when I was rewatching it out loud. Said, she's entering her girl boss era, and kept playing the movie. Like she was eating the first 5 minutes. Also, in this movie, Lucius's wig, not giving. He looks looking
disheveled.
rough. The beard's growing in.
Yeah.
The wig is greasy and sticking together and frizzy. They did him dirty with this wig. I mean, I get it for the aesthetic, but I said,
he's
girl.
distraught.
I said, girl. He's going through it. Voldemort's back. He don't know what to do. He's trying to get out. He said, dang, I committed to this, but not really. I didn't think it would get this far. Yeah, literally. So he's in it. But also this movie.
This is the one where Hermione gets
tortured
by Bellatrix. Bellatrix plays a vital role in this movie.
Yes, she does.
She be fucking shit up left and right.
We didn't even talk about it in the movie that it happened, but she kills Sirius Black.
I know.
We dropped the ball on this, but she kills Sirius Black, which establishes her to me as like the scariest one because she went right for the fucking blood.
No, because Harry and Sirius are like, haha, yes, we're battling. They look at each other and then you just right into that
disappears.
Little disappearing door thing.
Done. Yeah. So then the rest of the time she's earned her spot. She #1 shooter, #1 op, and she's in it. So you have that kind of playing too in this. So then when she's torturing Hermione, you're kind of like, she's
might
not
kill
afraid
her.
to go for it. She's going for gold. So tortures her in that little house. Also, this movie, they start finding out about the Horcruxes. And so I believe, I might be wrong, Eli might have to tell us, man behind the camera, this movie they start searching for the Horcruxes, right? Part 1? Yeah, that's what I figured, because they learn about the Deathly Hallows as well.
Yes.
So this movie's just really, it's giving Lord of the Rings just walking.
You know what does give Lord of the Rings is when when Dumbledore and Harry are in that weird water cave thing and Dumbledore goes like this and it's like all this fire water things going around. I remember watching that in the theaters and being like, this is cinematic.
It's giving cinematic.
I was like, whoa, this is like a real movie. Like they got special effects for real.
They started to step up.
They were no longer hanging candles from lights.
No, they were CGIing that thing.
Yeah,
they were into it. Anyway, so this movie, it's giving Lord of the Rings because they're just camping a lot and they're outside traveling. And then
the forest.
Yeah, then towards the end, that's when Bellatrix, Hermione, they have their little thing, and then they all break out of this house through the what are those things called? The porkies.
Oh yeah.
And so they start shooting through. Bellatrix, badass, throws that fucking knife.
Dagger. Yeah.
And Dobby just jerking off Harry the whole series. He said, I gotta save him. So he takes that thing straight to the
to the heart. It sliced him through and through.
And
Two
kills
pieces.
off my man Dobby. And listen, when I first was like watching Harry Potter, it was like, I'm still a fan now, but I was like a diehard fan. It was really sad.
I cried.
Yeah, I cried too.
I remember
when
seeing it. I was
rewatched it.
Not that sad.
I was just like, dang, that's tough.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, it wasn't as impactful as I like remember. So I think Dobby's made for the children. He's a children's character.
Yeah, because he appeals to like the cute. He's like just this cute little man.
He's a cute little elf, little house elf. What's up with that? Why does J.K. Rowling have literal slaves in her movies?
I don't know,
books,
bro.
I guess.
She's fucking weird.
She's got a lot of weird social commentary.
Yeah, like Hedwig dies. She just animal cruelty, slaves, the KKK.
She's got a lot of different themes going
on in these.
But it's disguised behind wizards,
right? So it's fine.
So it's fun. Yeah, and then also in this movie, well, I don't actually, again, might need a fact check because I can't remember if it's part 1 or part 2. Eli behind the camera. Is part 1 where Harry goes back to Hogwarts? That's part 2. It's part 2. Yeah, so we'll talk about that in a second. But I think that's pretty much part 1 of that. They're just walking it a lot. They get the Horcruxes. They can't figure out how to break them.
Yeah.
They're doing all this stuff.
They're just collecting.
And Ron was
They're
so
in their
right.
hunter-gatherer moment.
Literally. Ron was so right. How was it that Dumbledore's going to tell you to collect all of these and then literally not tell you how to destroy them?
No instructions.
Again, why he's the worst. He's the worst. He has kids doing all of his tasks at school.
Right.
All these problems that he should be taking care of. He said, no.
What does he do all day?
The 10-year-old got it.
He just
sits there and plans.
Plans what?
Everything that's happening. Because you know how he always is like dropping hints to Harry and whatever throughout all the movies. Yeah. He's just sitting there plotting. That's what his whole purpose is to plot and scheme.
He is evil.
There's an argument to be made. We can get into that if we have time.
All right.
But so that's pretty much the first part. Second part, this is my second favorite movie of the whole series. It's so good. Yeah, part 2. We're getting into part 2 now, everybody. And it's just so iconic. So much build up. You're like, this is it. They're going to fight to the death.
Yeah,
you
know it's the last.
Yeah,
I know.
Because they get in one of the movies previously, they hear the prophecy, and
when they're in with the little ball,
Mystery
the
of
glass
Magic,
balls,
and they hear the prophecy that one of them's got to die for
and
the other
they
one
have to kill each other.
Yeah, it has to be the two of them. So this whole movie's building up to that. That's where that scene is, where Harry comes into Hogwarts. He steps out the crowd. He showed himself.
That's such a good scene when he goes through the cave or whatever, and they're all like concealing him.
Yeah,
and then he trusted you.
Yeah, yeah, and Snape folds immediately.
Yeah, Professor McGonagall steps out in front and is like, "What the fuck,
Harry.
bitch?"
Literally
throw some
3 shots, not even nothing crazy. 3 little shots just to kind of scare him, spook him. Turns into a bat and leaves. I don't know what the hell he turns into, but he turns into a black mass and he gets out. He said, "I'm actually not dealing with this anymore." And then they all celebrate for a second. She puts all the lights back on.
Yeah, it's no longer like a sad
yeah
like, place to
Harry
be.
Potter's back. He's gonna save us all.
Yay!
Lies. Fred dies. He does not save them all at all. They go to
a
war
lot of people
in the courtyard. They got the stone soldiers from the front. All of a sudden, the trolls come, knock them all out.
They all
come
come and do their little thing.
Why does Hogwarts not have better security? All they have are those stone soldiers that like
she barely calls. And the only time they ever come down is the last one.
They come down.
There's Death Eaters. There's these Dementors. They don't think that's important.
Giants. Knock them things out. It was over. And then my man Fred dies. And even rewatching it, I cried.
You did?
Yeah, I said, "Dang, bro, not a Weasley."
He goes, "George, I'm holy."
Yeah, it's so good.
He gets his ear shot off.
You love a good corny joke, man.
I do.
You love it.
Just so funny. He's sitting on the couch bleeding out and still finds the humor in a joke. Oh.
He's so good. Also, this movie, we find out all hail King Snape.
Yes.
That becomes
the
true.
tears.
We find out his whole story, find out Harry's dad's an absolute fucking douche and is the worst. Literally stole the girl.
Douche McGee.
Bullied Snape.
However, likes a bully,
would I bully Snape? Probably. Did you see him as a child?
The long hair was giving.
Did you see him as a child? Whoever they cast to play him, he was kind of scary.
A butterface.
Good.
You said Tim Burton?
Goodbye. He is giving Tim Burton. Thank you, Eli. But yeah, he's kind of scary. I maybe would have bullied him a little bit. I get it. But he had to steal the girl too. That seems kind of messed up.
I know. He just had to ruin his life. Why do you pick this weird dweeby kid to pick on though? There's like 300 other people in the school.
That's true, yeah. But I get it a little bit.
He was obsessed with the girl, I guess.
Yeah, but so we find out Snape actually is king. And then we also, within like 10 minutes, we find out Dumbledore is literally the worst because, as Snape says, almost verbatim, I think, like you're raising him to get slaughtered like a pig.
Yeah, like to the cattle. Yeah.
And so you're like, damn, Dumbledore's the worst. And then you find out a little bit later that maybe he's not the worst, but I still hate him.
Mm-hmm.
This episode should just be titled like hating on Dumbledore for an hour straight because I hate that guy. But so we find out Snape's backstory a little bit. We find out his ultra plot because that's what he did for 8 movies. His plot.
Yeah, you're talking about Snape?
Yeah, like Dumbledore. Snape finds out from Dumbledore the plot.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Snape kind of is plotting too throughout the movies to like, how can I counteract whatever the fuck is going to go bad in Harry's life without being too involved.
Yeah, but that to me is different than Dumbledore.
Yeah, no, I'm saying he's doing it in a bad way.
Dumbledore is doing it
he's trying to figure it out.
From Pretty Little Liars.
He's A.
He's A. Dumbledore is A.
He is the A train.
He is A. Like he's setting them up all the time. Crazy.
And he just knows, he's all knowing and won't let any of that information be out to the general public.
Literally died on that hill. Like died.
This is where you want to.
Yeah,
this
he
is what
died.
You want to choose.
So we find that out. Sorry, this that next note in our podcast notes is not written by me. So
it's very weird when Voldemort is a naked, freshly birthed baby in the middle of King's Cross. Is that not weird?
Yeah,
I thought that was just
they could have done that so many different ways. But just I guess
it was supposed to be like, this is his final rebirth or whatever. Yeah. But what the fuck?
Well, because Harry was a Horcrux himself.
Yeah.
So that was like the part.
Yeah, they're like in heaven kind of vibe or whatever.
Yeah. So he's going there to die.
It's like King's Cross is all white. It's just this ugly ass bloody baby thing.
Yeah, it is really ugly. They could have done it
under
a
bench.
Yeah. Yeah. It is really ugly. But then we get to the final fight scenes.
Yes.
This is where Harry and Voldemort are going at it. They jump off the ledge. They do
Let's
it
start
all.
this. Me and you, Tom.
Yeah, they're going at it just to the death, doing these motions to all our visual viewers. It's so crazy that they. First of all, also what's crazy is that most of the time they're not even saying spells. They're just doing it and stuff's coming out.
Which I don't really understand. I guess you just have to think the spell, probably.
Maybe
You just gotta feel it.
you just gotta feel it in your soul. The same.
But
The whole reason.
How
that,
does your soul differentiate? Like,
well, the whole reason why Harry's alive, just feeling, just feeling
Just
it
loves.
deep, just love, just pure love. Same thing. You just feel it deep in you, and pause, and it comes out. Pause. That's how the spells happen.
Neville is really good in
He
the
has
fight
his
scene.
moment.
He does. I like that they gave him that. He deserved it.
He did deserve it after
He
all
went
that
from
bullying.
being hung up on the little light posts
Yeah,
to being, why is it always me?
yeah, always the butt of the joke.
Yes.
To being a
killing
king.
the snake.
He killed that last Horcrux. He did, knocked his head right off. He turned into
The
ash
little,
weird stuff.
the fish flakes.
Yeah, the fish flakes girl, the fish flakes. But that final, also in these final scenes, this is when we see Mama Weasley
Oh
whip out her real
yeah.
magic.
Miss Molly, she
went from
does it for the
homemaker-
girls.
Homemaker to killer.
Yeah. She said, not my daughter, you bitch, and kills Bellatrix.
Yeah, iconic. There's
Never saw it coming.
Yeah.
You're like,
Literally.
fuck yeah.
It's kind of crazy though that Bellatrix gets killed off that easily.
I know. After all this, after all the crazy people that
She
she
gets taken out
kills,
by Molly Weasley.
like so
Doesn't seem
irrelevant.
right.
For what?
Doesn't seem right, but still iconic. Loved it. It was a little fun thing for the fans, I think.
Mm-hmm. It was like good versus evil.
Yeah.
Ultimate right there.
Yeah. Also, it's kind of crazy now that I'm thinking about it that so much terrible shit happens to the Weasleys, yet they still keep fucking with Harry Potter. It's all because of him.
I
You know,
know.
literally their house gets burned down
Yeah.
because of Harry Potter. Fred kicks it because of Harry
The
Potter.
dad loses his job, gets beaten up.
Yeah, because of Harry Potter. And they still are like, yeah, I'll protect him. Hell no, I would have kicked his ass
I would
out.
have said, that's sad. Bye.
But couldn't be me. I gotta save my family, me and my 10 children.
For
we gotta
real.
go. But anyway, sidetracked. We get to the final fight scene. They're going at it, and finally Harry just pulls the trigger, gets him. It's kind of anticlimactic.
It is a little bit, because it's like 20 seconds of that, and then all of a sudden Voldemort just explodes into little fish flakes all
The
across the
ugliest
sea.
death. The ugliest. He looks so terrible.
And then they're just all like, nice.
Yeah, and then they literally and then Harry gets the Elder Wand
And then breaks it, chucks it
and
off.
chucks it like a dumbass. Why would you do that? You literally, because he's like, oh, like, I think the whole thing we're supposed to take from it is like they're humble kings and queens.
Sure.
The three of them, whatever. Like, they don't need it. However, you're already the most powerful wizard now.
So just take the wand, bro.
You killed Voldemort, bro. He who shall not be named. You got him. Take the wand. Even if you just like have it in a display box. Take the
Display
wand.
box.
Take the wand. You earned it. Like, why'd you throw it?
Yeah, if you're already just going to be like the most famous wizard in the whole fucking world, maybe take the most powerful wand, use that to your advantage, and
Keep
just
the
go
bad
about
out.
your day.
All the little offsprings from Voldemort. All the other
Right.
copycats.
All the other weird little people.
Yeah. Also, Draco and his family, they dip out.
They go so quick.
And I
They
feel
said-
that.
The mom goes, is Draco okay? And he goes,
Mm-hmm.
and then she said, all right, I'm selling this motherfucker out.
Literally, they are gone in the wind.
Never heard from again.
Literally. And it's so funny that that's how they leave. It's so funny.
And they're just all running.
Yeah.
You see Lucius in the fucked up wig.
the
just
fucked
run.
up wig. It's so stiff.
And the mom's hair is laid.
I know. Well, I think he was taking on the stress of the family.
Mhm.
He was giving provider and man.
Sure.
His wig was messed up. Oh, it made me sick. But then the movie ends. We get to 20 years later, 9 years later, however many years later,
They have kids.
and they
And they're
have
going
children. And basically, what I got from that scene is that we basically just watched 8 movies of them peaking in high school to
Yeah.
now regular life.
Yeah.
That's
doing
what the whole
absolutely
series
fucking
is
nothing.
about. The
Being-
overarching theme is don't get in other people's business
Sure.
of the whole series.
And jealousy is a disease, bitch.
Yes. The whole reason that they're all mad is Voldemort can't stay out of people's business. Why do you care? Go home,
He's pissed
chill
that
out.
somebody is strong. Okay.
Yes.
Let him do his thing. He probably would have never done anything.
He's so convoluted. Anyway, so the whole thing is just the overarching theme: jealousy and murder. And, just being nosy.
Mm-hmm. Being nosy.
That's gonna get you
overall.
killed. That's gonna get you out. That's the whole series. That's what
Curiosity killed the cat.
I got. Mm-hmm. That's it. That should have been the name of the last movie. But they got him out. But yeah, and then so we just watch them peak basically. They live a normal life after that, after literally killing the most powerful evil person that's
And
ever
spending
walked the
10
earth.
years of their life doing it. Or
They
6
just
years or whatever.
Have kids and settle down. Seems weird to me. I'd
Seems
be like
so anticlimactic.
I'd be like on a book tour or something. Something. It like
Yeah, because I guess like what do you do after that? But still like
something better than that.
Yeah, and they look so busted in the movies when
The
they're
makeup
old.
was so bad.
And like, because now roughly, let's say like they're the ages that
Probably, yeah.
they would have been
And they
sending
look
their
good.
kids off. They look so much better than in the movie when they're like,
They made them like 60 years old.
I know. Like Ron's like has a beer belly and he
Like,
has
why
like
did they
a
do
receding
that?
hairline. Like they didn't need to do him dirty.
No, they hate Ron the whole series. Obviously, and we didn't even talk about it since hair has been a big thing.
Oh,
Little
Ron's hair
recap.
mess.
Ron's hair, Harry's hair in the 4th movie,
yeah,
death to them all.
It's like
every stylist
like
that
a
let that
feather,
happen.
like
It's
hair.
so bad. It stands up this tall.
Mm-hmm.
It's 10 inches above his head.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just there for no reason. It serves no purpose to the plot.
And it doesn't look like that in any other movie.
Like he was going through something.
Like we
that
get they're
movie.
going through puberty. Okay, that's great.
He was going through something deeper. The trauma was finally hitting him, and it was coming out.
He
in
went
his
through
hair.
a crazy moment and he cut his hair. He went through his Britney Spears moment.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's gonna wrap up this episode. Thanks to Cheryl's brother for giving us the Hogwarts castle, the unspoken Hogwarts castle.
We told him that we were gonna film this, and then him and his roommate got drunk and bought this online and then built it. So now we have a set.
Thanks to them. If you enjoyed this episode, like, subscribe, comment. Look out for share on all platforms. And you can also listen to this on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon.
Thank you for tuning in this week. We'll be back in a week from now, hopefully. And this was our Harry Potter deep dive.
Thanks so much for tuning in. See you next week. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of All Good Choices. If you like what you're hearing, subscribe to our YouTube channel and be sure to like and comment and let us know what you think.
You can stream this anywhere you stream podcasts, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon. And follow us on Instagram and TikTok at All Good Choices PC and Twitter at All Good PC.
Thanks again to Maserati Cliq Productions for producing this podcast. See you guys next week.